All right, so we are doing our comparisons on 2016 skid steers, and the four that we are comparing are the Cat, the Bobcat, New Holland, and the John Deere. For this, we had a certain criteria that was cost, hydraulic power, horsepower, operating weight, controls, so foot/hand, rated operating capacity, and tipping point. So first, we got the cost. And as you can see, we ranked them from most expensive to least expensive. And with this, the more it costs, the more stuff you would probably get with it. So with the controls, you'd probably have both with it, and so on from there. Also the same with the horsepower, and horsepower is pretty big with skid steers for how much it can pick up and everything else like that. And you can see at Bobcat number one, Cat second, New Holland third, and John Deere fourth. And we also have tipping point. So tipping point plays a big part in it because if you can't really pick up that much without having to worry about tipping over, you really don't want that skid steer. And you can see how the Bobcat kind of blows all the other ones out of the water with almost 8,000 pounds for the tipping point. New Holland second with 5,600. The Cat third with 4,300. And the John Deere fourth with 3,800. And you'll start to tell that the John Deere comes in fourth quite often.
Our next criteria is hydraulic power. As you see, Bobcat first with 47 horsepower. Next is the New Holland with 43 horsepower. The Cat's third with 39, and then the John Deere's 31 horsepower. Next is operating weight. The operating weight would be how much the skid steer weighs. So the Bobcat weighs 10,000 pounds. The New Holland weighs just a little over 8,000 pounds. The Cat weighs almost 7,000 pounds, and then the John Deere is just about 6,500 pounds. Controls, with all these Bobcats and skid steers and everything else, the foot and hand controls kind of go hand in hand. You can either get foot or hand or both. It just depends on how much you're willing to spend on the skid steer you want. The rated operating capacity, that's how much the factory has set a limit on how much you should run the skid steer at. So the Bobcat's 39,000 pounds, New Holland's 28, Cat's 2,100, and the John Deere is just close to 2,000 pounds. So what we came up with, the New Holland, we would suggest that because for what you pay for that one, you're getting a lot of good features, a really good amount of horsepower and hydraulic power. You can still lift a lot of stuff with it, and the tipping point is very high compared to the John Deere and the Cat.